morning, Friday morning, core and balance. Right, we're going to start by doing heel digs, side, this is the warm-up routine, back, and a high knee. Go up on your toe if you can. You don't have to put your arm up, just do within your own capability. This is a warm-up, so as long as you're moving, you're fine. So, heel dig, side. If you're new, you may get a bit flummoxed about what's coming next. It takes a little while to learn a routine, but keep at it. It's good for your brain. It's been shown that if you're actually moving whilst having to learn something, then it's really good for your cognitive function. Heel dig, side, back, high knee. Heel dig, side, back. I mean, you don't have to get your knee up as high as I do. Just go within your own capability. I don't know, have you seen the adverts or in newspapers or anything of this campaign about ageism? It's quite interesting. I was thinking, I haven't really experienced ageism. And then I started to think, people say, oh, God, you're doing exercises at your age or you're running at your age. And that's ageism. People expect you to put your feet up when you get older. And that's the last thing you should do. Unless you're standing on your head, of course, or doing a handstand. So I think it's quite interesting a topic to discuss. It's sort of like not noticing it or not being aware of it, because really ageism pervades society, doesn't it? Oh, you can't wear that at your age. You shouldn't be doing that. You should be taking it easy. What, you're going travelling on your own? All that sort of thing. So I just think it's quite interesting. I mean, it says about getting a job when you're over 60. Who on earth would want to work past retirement? But that's just me personally. Right. As usual, if you could hit subscribe and like, I would be very grateful. You only need to do subscribe once. Like could be every class, that would be good. And then other people see it and think, oh, I'll have a look at that. Where are we? Back. And then, right, we're going to do, sorry, I talked all the way through that. We're going to do 5, a bit more quickly, and I'm going to concentrate it this time. So heel, side, back, knee. That's 1. Heel, side, back, knee. 2. Heel, side, back, knee. Heel, 3, side, back, knee. Heel, 4, this is the last one, back, knee. Right, we're going to start, because this is core, we're going to start by just engaging core. Remember, I've shown you how to do this, and you don't see anything. You don't see shoulders going up or anything. So just stand nice and relaxed, and then breathe out. Pull your navel into your backbone. Those of you that have done Pilates will know about engaging your core. Pull your navel as hard as you can into your backbone, and then pulling everything up, pulling up your pelvic floor and everything. And then relax slightly, because you can't keep it at that. And you shouldn't actually see anything, but you should be sort of all tucked in nice and neat. And you will forget, it takes quite a lot of effort to keep your core engaged the whole time. But when I say engage your core, so breathe out, pull your navel into your backbone as hard as you can, relax slightly, pulling up your pelvic floor as well. And that's your engaged core. And when you're doing lifting weights or balancing, it's much easier if your core is engaged. Right. So we're going to start the exercises proper now. And we're going to do a side bend. So feet more than hip width apart. And you can either just go down like that, or you can put one arm over to increase the stretch. We're going to do 12 of every exercise. Now, you don't need to follow slavishly what I do. If there are certain exercises that you can't really do very well because of impaired mobility, do what you can. Don't think, oh, I can't do this and give up, because you will improve. Promise. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just realized I haven't tidied away stuff. 6. So you can see you can do it in my messy old sitting room. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good stuff. Right. The next one is the only one that you need a weight for, and you need your heavy weight. And it's good if you engage your core for this one. So holding the weight like this, with your elbows anchored at your side and your elbows at 90 degrees. Now, if you engage your core, pull it in, engage it, and we're just going to go, it's called the goblet march. We're just going to walk like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. My core is sort of disengaged a little bit there. Right. The next one, you can have a chair for balance if you want, but it's not really you should be okay. But if you need the chair, please do have it and stand behind it and have it there. I'm not going to do that because you won't be able to see what I'm doing. I'm going to put this down a bit so you can see my feet. It's called a rocking boat. And we're just going to go one leg out. That's all it is. So 1, 2, try not to move your torso very much. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Simples. And we're going to do this next one's the balancing one as well. Have the chair nearby in case you need it, just to hold on to or to not hold on to and grab onto. This chair is actually lower than the other one, it's not as good. And all we're going to do is we're just going to go round the clock. So we're going to do 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock. And then when you bring your leg in, don't put your weight on it. Try and stay on that one leg. So around the clock. 1, 2, 3. The reason I'm doing this is because it's more difficult to balance when one leg is moving. 5, because you don't 6. You don't usually fall over when you're static. 7, 8, 9. Although if you're waiting anywhere, 10, balancing on one leg, 11. This is not going very well, it's because I'm talking. 12, balancing on one leg. Get rid of this a bit more. It's good if you're in a queue or anything, just waiting. Just sort of stand on one leg. Nobody will notice. You only need to take your foot off the floor a little bit. You could also go like that. People think you're just didding. Right, other leg. 1. In theory, my right leg is a better balancer. 3, that was. 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Jolly good, jolly good. Right, the next thing we're going to do is hip circles. Now this looks a bit odd, but it does. It's good for your back, it's good for your hips. We're just going to put your hips in a circle like that, and then we're going to go the other way. So we're going to do 12 one way and 12 the other. So whether you go to the left first or the right first is up to you. I'm going to go to the left because that's just the way I go. So 1, 2, 3. I'll show you what it looks like from the side. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Your top doesn't move. 9, 10, 11, 12. And then the other way. 1, I'm not as good this way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Just to sort of loosen your back a bit. And then before we go onto the floor, we're just going to do a lunge, because we're going to be using the lunge later on to get up off the floor. So feet hip width apart, torso upright. We're just going to go 1, 2, 3, keeping your knees straight. 4, don't bend your torso forwards. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then switching feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now we're going to start going on the floor now, so I'm just going to lower this. Now, however you get on the floor, you might need to use the chair and slide off. If you've got a bad knee, go onto the knee that's not bad, obviously. However you get down off the floor, I'm going to show off and do this. This is where the lunge comes in. So you go into a lunge, but you just keep going. And the other one goes, and then you go on your side. Okay? So the first thing we're going to do is seated Russian twists. I don't know why they're called Russian twists. So we're sitting, knees bent, heels on the floor, like that. And we're just going to touch the floor on one side and touch the floor on the other side. Okay? Simple as that. And you use this when you're getting into a sitting position to get up. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There we go. Now we're going to do bridges. We're not going to do the static bridges like we used to. We're going to move. So remember, the weight's on your shoulders, not on your neck. Have your feet where you can get up. Push, push, push so that you can really feel it on your glutes. So we're going to be up like that there. Legs are parallel, thighs are parallel. And we're going to go just touching briefly. 1, and then up again. 2, weight on your shoulders. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, it's a bit late now, but just bend forward a little bit just to get the crick out your back. It's a bit late now, but I should have said at the beginning, if you are unsure of your ability to get up off the floor, don't do these floor exercises unless you've got someone there that can help you. But if you're down on the floor and you can't get up, it's a bit late for me to give that warning now, isn't it? But we're all adults, you know your own capability. Right, the next one is everybody's favourite, the plank, front plank. So on your elbows like a sphinx. And this one, it's good if you engage your core because it can stop your back hurting. Because when you've got a weak core and you're doing this, your front sort of hangs down, pulls your back down. So if you can have your core up, that's really good. We're going to do this for a minute. And remember, your bottom's not in the air and you're not sagging down like that. We're doing it for a minute. Starting, 1, 2, 3, now. The thing I find most about this is it's boring just doing this for a minute. We're halfway through, or more than halfway through. Try and keep your head in alignment with your spine. Don't dip your head down or have it up like that. It should be in alignment with the spine. 10 seconds to go. Remember, if you can't do the whole minute, just come down and rest and then start again. 3, 2, oh no, sorry. Sorry. 3, 2, 1, down we go. Sorry about that false alarm. Right. Side plank. Remember, side plank, you must have your elbow under your shoulder, else it will be painful. And the side plank is where your feet are together and you're up like that. If you can't do that, bend one leg, that bottom leg, and go up. And if that's not possible, bend both, and up you go. We're only going to do this for 30 seconds because this one is even harder than the front plank. So down you go. And we're going to go in 3, 2, 1, up we go. And like I say, we're only doing this for 30 seconds. But if you feel your muscle on the side that's nearest the floor, you can feel the tension it's under. It's really, really having to work. Some people can do this and put the top leg in, move the top leg. I can't do that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down you come. And then scoop round to the other side. Make sure your elbow is under your shoulder. And where's the clock? Oh, we're going now. Sorry, I didn't give you a 3, 2, 1. I don't know why I find this side easier. Ooh. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down we go. Right. Legs straight. And we're going to just lift one leg. We're not balancing on our hands. Lifting one leg up and bringing it in. And then out. Don't scuff it along the carpet. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Try and keep your back as straight as you can. 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, and then we're going to lie down and hug your feet. Hug your feet. Now, last week you found this hard on your neck, and it is hard on your neck. So we're going to do 6 and rest, and then 6. So, hugging your legs, our hands there, and you're just going to either straighten your legs slightly, or you can put it out like that, a sort of cycling motion. It's up to you. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Relax. Now, if your neck is feeling the strain, if you're like this and you're straining, lift your shoulders up a bit more, because it should be the lift. Relax for a minute. The lift is coming from here, not from you. You're not doing that. It's your shoulders are lifting up. So it's this bit that gives you the lift. Although, I mean, I feel it on my neck too, but it is your core that should be lifting you. So bring your legs up like this again. Make sure you're right up on your shoulders off the ground. There. 1, 2, 3, 4. And try and make sure your 5 back is against the floor. 6. And bring it in. We're starting in this position so that you're not arching your back. And then sit up. That's quite a hard one, and it's hard to master the technique. But as your abs get stronger, you won't be putting so much strain on your neck. Right, the last thing we're going to do is practice getting up and down off the floor. If you need the chair, use the chair. There are no medals here for being able to do it without your hands. You get up and down off the floor as you can. So, Russian twist. Legs round, up on your hands and knees. If you've got a bad knee, don't kneel on that knee. You know yourself, don't you? And then, if you can, it's a lunge. If you can't, use the chair. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, if you need the chair to do this, use the chair. And use any bit of the chair that you need. You might need this bit, and you might practice going down and then up. You might need to do it that way. That's absolutely fine. I'm going to do it without the chair because I'm just hard. So we're going to go whichever knee you fancy. If you can do it both knees, that's fine. If you've got any a dodgy knee, make sure that that's not the one that goes on the floor. So I'm going to start with my left leg forward, go into a lunge, down I go. And then left leg again, and then up. And then right leg, nice slow lunge, and then down. I mean, a lot of these exercises, if you've got a hardwood floor, you need a mat. left leg. Oh, there. Left leg again. When I first started doing this, it was a lot harder than it is now. Right leg, down, and then right leg, pushing up. We'll do a couple more. Left leg. Oops. Left leg. You done your 20 squats today? I have. Right leg. I timed it. It took me 1 minute, 5 seconds. That's not a lot out of your day to prolong your life or to maintain your independence. Right leg. Right leg. There you go. I think we'll leave it there. Thank you very much for joining me. Have a good weekend. And I'll see you on Monday for arms. Strong.